It's a great story. These two young guys in Dallas, they're working at JP Morgan, and with their fourth bonus, they said, we're not gonna blow it this time. Let's buy some rental property. And they couldn't find any rental property. They're in Dallas. So they just cold called like 250 mobile home parks, and they found one, put in 50 grand, turned around. It was a $6 million trade. They were going to do a bigger one. And what they realized they were better off doing was revolutionizing the lending business for mobile homes. Because guess who the biggest player in that is Warren Buffett. With quantum computing making the leaps that it's making, that Bitcoin might be able to be hacked at some point. Perhaps. But again, I'll put that separate to the blockchain. The blockchain, deeply encrypted, safe. These are the rails on which everything's going to run.
Instead, gold is the stopgap, as it has so often been. But crypto seems like the next global reserve currency. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
They are essentially buying a U.S. Treasury bill. This creates a massive new global demand for the dollar. Instead of weakening the U.S., stablecoins are exporting the dollar to the corners of the earth where banks don't reach. It's a dollarization of the world through the backdoor of the blockchain. Please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. You can also check out our other videos on cryptocurrencies and the overall digital asset space, and drop your comments and observations in the comment section below. Everything you do helps with the YouTube algorithm and immensely contributes to the channel's growth. Thanks, and enjoy the video.
People bundle together the notion of like blockchain and cryptocurrencies. And what I'd say, I can't necessarily make a pure prognostication on any one particular crypto. I mean, it's been a phenomenal exercise and wonderful to see. It's sort of like a adherent to Austrian economics.
Yep.
to see the experiment work. I don't think we want to get into like the dynamics of individual cryptos. I think, at some point, probably Bitcoin as a crypto will be usurped just by sort of a better technology. But put that aside. What to me unequivocally, and the next venture I'm going into is related to blockchain, is here and is not going away whatsoever. And blockchain is going to transform the financial services industry, pretty much everything we do financially, transaction-wise. And fortunately, we have the wind at our backs with this administration and David Sachs and Genius Act, et cetera. And nobody who maybe was somewhat skeptical 3-4 years ago is at all. I mean, Larry Fink, and as an example, I think he continues to say all assets are going to be tokenized. Just this week, DTCC said all assets are going to be tokenized and put on the chain. And that's going to remove a lot of little frictions in the system, extra costs that don't need, and extra time lags that don't need to exist. So the cryptocurrencies exist with the layer of the blockchain. You can't have crypto without the blockchain, but the two are somewhat distinct.
So a couple questions. One, is it safe? I mean, it's reliant on electricity.
Yes, but so is every, like I mentioned, the CME went dark, right, the other day.
Chicago Mercantile
Right.
Exchange.
So the NASDAQ gets shut down, right? Everything we do is reliant on, except for you coming over in your golf cart with a bag of gold coins, for me, is relying on energy to that extent. Is it safe? Is it hackable? The theory, one of the theories being proposed of Bitcoin, I'm not really sure if this is, Bitcoin's had a pretty decent drop from high 120s to around 90. part of the thing being floated is that with quantum computing making the leaps that it's making, that Bitcoin might be able to be hacked at some point, perhaps. But again, I'll put that separate to the blockchain. The blockchain, deeply encrypted, safe. These are the rails on which everything's going to run.
Okay. Will it eliminate corruption? Or curtail it?
I think.
I mean, because it's kind of.
I think the question coming from you is a funny question, because you know that nothing will ever eradicate corruption in the human spirit.
Unless it changes the human heart. Right. No, of course.
Yes, it should eliminate corruption, because what the blockchain is going to do, what it does is it creates a permanent electronic unhackable ledger. So think about something as basic as like title insurance. I don't know if you've ever had to deal with that, but first of all, like, why do we need to pay?
Have I ever had to deal with that? Yeah, I pay constantly for title insurance.
So why? Like, it's an absurd notion, right? There's a title. You own the title. You put it on the blockchain. It's there forever. And when I buy my house from you, the title gets transferred to me. It's registered on the blockchain. The transaction's there. Now it's mine. It's there forever. We don't need to pay a couple grand or whatever. Sorry, one of my best friends runs a title company in Maryland. But he's my age, so he's probably almost done anyway. But that's just an example. Like, why do we need to pay $5,000 for title insurance? I just sold a house in Westchester, and I found out that there was, from 2 owners ago, there was according to the paperwork, there was a $650,000 mortgage still on the property, and that never got expunged. But the brokers just kind of waved it back and forth, and everyone just kind of stamped it. Like, that stuff, that's just an example, I think, that everyone can kind of relate to. But also, like, why we'll be able to send money immediately, with no, if I send money to you, you'll immediately get the money, get the care, get the interest on it. Why should I be paying $30 to send a wire from JP Morgan? Like, that's pure $30 of margin, like all that kind of little stuff. And so the company that I'm going to be starting with Jan 1 is called Liquidity.io, and we have one of only 6 fully registered licensed alternative trading systems, which is a trading system that's going to be able to trade all these tokenized financial assets. And what we want to do is help democratize the financial markets and tokenize all kinds of assets. But we're working with our backer, just made some acquisitions with a couple of consumer loan businesses, auto loans, and manufactured homes, mobile homes, for example.
Yep.
Like, there's a great story. These 2 young guys in Dallas, they're working at JP Morgan, and with their 4th bonus, they said, we're not gonna blow it this time. Let's buy some rental property. And they couldn't find any rental property. They're in Dallas. So they just cold called like 250 mobile home parks, and they found one, put in $50,000, turned around. It was a $6 million trade. They were going to do a bigger one, and what they realized they were better off doing was revolutionizing the lending business for mobile homes. Because guess who the biggest player in that is? It was Warren Buffett. So great business, obviously, high margin business. But what I didn't learn until recently is that there is no refi on a mobile home, and there is no lending available on a secondary purchase. So if I take out a loan for my mobile home and then want to sell it to you, you can't get a loan. You have to buy it for cash. And if rates go down from 8 to 4, I can't refinance it. So they're going to, with their business and tokenization, they're going to eradicate all kinds of costs, and create these 2 separate markets, which is a partial solution to the home affordability crisis. Like, that's something everyone can get behind.
The financial services industry is being rebuilt. Tokenization is removing the friction that has cost you time and money for decades. Whether it's the democratization of loans through platforms like Liquidity.io or the global adoption of the dollar via stablecoins, the future is digital, transparent, and instant.
Stablecoins, think about it this way. In simple terms, say crypto like a Bitcoin is sort of a free floating currency. The market dictates. A stable coin is more like a pegged currency, so pegged to fiat. In this case, like Tether, Circle, they're pegged to the US dollar and try to keep it stable at parity, 1-to-1. So what they are is
And there are national currencies like this. There are countries like
Sure.
the Bahamas or whatever
Yeah,
that
yeah.
are just pegged 1-to-1.
Exactly. Yeah, Panama's dollarized. Stephen Hanke was a big dollarization component. They tried to do it in Argentina. It didn't work. Hong Kong's got a dollar peg. So the stable coins, they try to keep parity with the dollar, and they're theoretically backed by treasury bills. So money comes in, the money gets invested in treasury bills, 1-for-1. You're backed by AAA rated, short dated, no risk. But these become a conduit for all these transactions on the chain, automatic through these. So it could go through the stable coin and into other things from there as a sort of a conduit. Now, that's all good and well as long as we're sure that those stable coins are taking dollar for dollar and investing in what they say they are without a lag or without moving too far away from that. Tether at the moment, it seems to be diversifying away from strict T-bills, and they've been moving into gold, which is working for now, but yet to be determined how that works out.
So does all of this make the US dollar stronger or weaker?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So that creates a natural bid for our treasury bills, which is a great thing for Dissent and Friends, because that creates a whole new demand vehicle for our treasury debt on the stable coins. And what these stable coins do allow for, again, a lot of emerging markets participants, is allows them to quickly access dollars and avoid depreciation risk in their own country. So you're getting a lot of foreign money into stable coins that will be bid for T-bills, which should hopefully help with our funding.
Is there any way for the U.S. government to use stablecoins as a weapon in the way the Biden administration used Russian assets at the New York Fed as a weapon?
I don't know. I imagine there is. I don't know what that mechanism would be. And I don't think, in the Russia Reserve instance, it was a bilateral seizure. This would be a seizure of untold amounts of investors. Right? You're seizing that. I'm not sure what the purpose would be other than just stealing the money.
Well, we've seen that before.
True.
What do we know about global gold reserves, since it's such a huge component now?
What we know, we don't know everything that we know because it's not fully transparent, but what we do know is the direction of travel, which is massive increases, particularly from India, China, Russia. That doesn't seem to be abating at any time.
That means they're importing gold?
That means they're buying gold, and there has been a lot of movement of physical gold, particularly over the summer, but the movement appeared to be more from the London vaults back to the United States rather than elsewhere. But we don't know, we don't have complete clarity on any of that. We still don't have the audit of Fort Knox that we were supposed to get a few months ago. So
Really?
You might be shocked about that too. I don't know.
You think Fort Knox just has a lot more gold than they're telling us?
They may have 10 times more. I don't know. I really don't. I don't want to speculate. I like to speculate, but I don't want to speculate on that.
I'm guessing if there is a spread between perception and reality, it's to the negative, but what do I know?
Not sure. There's talk about revaluing the gold as well.
What does that mean?
That means if you automatically revalue our gold reserves to market, we automatically have a higher effective capital base that should make us more credit worthy, for lack of a better term.
Please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. You can also check out our other videos on cryptocurrencies and the overall digital asset space and drop your comments and observations in the comment section below. Everything you do helps with the YouTube algorithm and immensely contributes to the channel's growth. Thanks and enjoy the video.